Today we're making Easter eggs. These are chocolate Easter eggs that have a filling of peanut butter, coconut, and walnuts. We start out with 3/4 of a cup of crunchy peanut butter and 1/4 cup of softened butter. I microwave this for 30 seconds. So my butter is pretty much melted. So just stir this until it's well blended. You don't have to microwave this, and actually that's an adaptation that I've made for this recipe. You can certainly use some softened butter and your peanut butter and cream this with the hand mixer. If you choose to use the microwave like I've done, make sure you only microwave this for 30 seconds because you don't want to burn that peanut butter. Now we add 1 cup of confectioner's sugar and get that well blended. Add 1 cup of flaked coconut. This is sweetened coconut. It has a tendency to clump in the bag, so get rid of any clumps. And then we're going to add 1/2 cup of finely chopped walnuts. And I do this with my hands. Place your mixture on a surface that you've lightly powdered with confectioner's sugar. And you're gonna add another 1/2 cup of confectioner's sugar to this. Or it could be up to 1 cup if you're using a peanut butter that's a little bit oilier. So just knead that in there. After I get most of that in there, I just split this in half. Kind of knead it. You want a mixture that will hold together. That's why we add a little bit more confectioner's sugar. So you want a texture like this that's going to hold together. You can take a little piece off of there, form it into a ball, and then you can shape these by using your fingers and pointing one in, mash them a little, and then shape them like eggs. Make them a little more rounded on the one end. So that's easy to do by hand. These are going to go into the refrigerator and chill before we dip them in chocolate. Now I landed up with 22 balls. They're about 1.5 inches in diameter. So this yields anywhere between 20 and 24. I just prefer shaping these by hand. It's good exercise for your fingers and kind of squeezing them into a teardrop shape like an egg. And after we get all these shaped, we're going to chill these in the fridge for about a half an hour. And we'll be back to dip them. To dip our eggs, we're going to use 2 cups of chocolate chips. I'm using semi-sweet. And to this, I'm adding 2 tablespoons of shortening. Use a glass bowl that's completely dry to melt your chocolate. And use a bowl that's no larger than it needs to be. You could use butter, shortening, or coconut oil that's solid at room temperature. I microwaved this initially at 45 seconds, and then I followed it up with 30-second burst, about 5 of them, I believe, at half power. Pourability is what that shortening gives you. Transfer to some wax paper. I'm going to keep on dipping. I hope you get to make these Easter eggs, and I hope you enjoy them.